We've got another penny bag tonight. Let's get in there. Welcome back to Silver in the Big Sky. That's right, no silver tonight and no big sky view. We just missed it. It's, man, we're getting more and more light every day right now. It's pretty awesome to see. Always like seeing it at this time of year. But yeah, we've got another penny bag. That's the equivalent of 2 boxes. Hopefully, of course, the main thing is some wheats. Hopefully we can find some good stuff. I definitely did see plenty of copper around. So I know it's a huntable bag. We'll see. The penny bags have been dropping like crazy. Like, I'm behind on them. I asked the tellers, like, what's going on? They said a bunch of people have been bringing in their pennies because they thought like they were gonna like be null and void soon. Like they wouldn't even be able to change them in. So kind of funny. I don't think that will ever stop happening, right? They're American currency. We're going to be cruising along. Hopefully, we can try to find something to slot in this dang album, but most likely not. It's been a while since we've slotted anything. There's 140 slots in this book. We're at 118, and we've been there for a while. So 22 slots available that are mostly some of the older ones and hard to find ones. That's a real hard one right there. But it's like $100 penny. But yeah, we're going to get in here. Of course, if we do find anything cool, unusual, shouldn't be there, you'll know because we'll bring you in. Glad you're here. If you can help us, 10 seconds of your time goes a long way for us. Like, comment, and share. We appreciate you. Well, if that wasn't the greatest start of all time, nothing discarded, nothing thrown away. Just looked at my pile and noticed, wow, that is a slicky right there. And I think that's like a 19 teens. Look at, oh my gosh. You will not find a more worn wheat cent than that. Look at that thing. Holy, that is the most worn one I've ever seen. It feels like freaking plastic. That is definitely a 191. I believe that's a 7. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I don't see a mint mark, so I'm going to go with a Philly, I believe. 1970 Philly off the rip. Wow. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come, but wow. Look at that thing. Well, scooted my pile around and saw a second one sitting there, and this one's going to be a more modern one, 1944, out of Denver. Huh, 2 already. Well, we got to welcome her back to the ring. She's fighting through it. She's still not feeling great, but she's got a couple of wheats, I think she says.
Yes. So I got a 57D.
57 Denver. Wheat said number 3.
And then there's this one, but I couldn't really tell what it is. It's kind of rough. 45, I think you said.
Yeah, that is a rough one. Looks like a 45 Philly.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough one.
Yikes.
Oops.
But that's 3 and 4. My second handful got all the way to the end there. I had even pre-picked out most of my copper. And yeah, that one just didn't stand out. I don't know why. I guess it's just a little different color. Definitely a wheat cent. And another oldie, 36 Philly. Not bad at all. Second oldest one of the hunt. We're maybe a quarter of the way or so, and sounds like she's got 6 and 7 maybe over here.
Yep, I got 45.
45 Philly?
Yep. It's a nicer one than my last 45.
Definitely.
And then there's one from the back.
What's it gonna be?
It's a 40.
4D exactly.
Yep.
Is it a Philly also? Or is that...
I'm not sure. I can't tell.
I thought I saw something happening.
I see it. I think it's a D.
40 out of Denver.
Yep.
We got wheat 6 and 7 already. Well, it's been a little slow. We're getting down there. We didn't even fill this in our last penny hunt because we had enough copper, but she's got number 8 finally.
I got a 58.
Ooh, last year.
Yep.
Is that a Philly even?
Yep.
Huh. We don't find the 50s Phillies very often. As a matter of fact, we need 2 for the book, a 52 and a 54. Close, but no cigar. But we got number 8. Minutes later on this side of the board, we're going to have number 9. And look at that. I just mentioned that date, if you heard me. We're missing 2 of the 50s Phillies in the book, and one of them is a 54. Yeah! Cue the confetti. We've got a slaughter in the book. It's been a long time since we put one in there. 54 Philly. Dang. And we've added a wheat-aged Canadian cent to 52. Look at that. Pretty cool looking. Not as cool as one that goes in the book, though. Heck yeah. I'm pumped. Sounds like she's going to get us into double digits over here.
Got a 56 Denver here.
Nice.
And then I got a 56 Denver here, I guess. But this one was just really nice.
Both 56 Denvers, huh?
Yeah. That one was just a nicer one.
A little splash of red.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, double digits, 10 and 11. Good job, babe.
Thanks.
A few minutes later, she's got number 12.
Got one here from the back. Looks kind of cool.
Nice.
Look at the color.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see it.
It's a good toner.
And guess what? It's another frickin' 56D.
Wow.
Like
3 of those in the same pile.
What in the world?
Those were the only 3 of the bag.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well,
Crazy.
for number 3.
We are in the final handfuls, and I didn't see a wheat, but y'all need some Jesus. That's right. Jesus in the bag. This is the second time we found a penny like this. And I remember that one actually was, it was like cross-cut just like that. Like it wasn't like the penny straight up and down that way, and it's cut just kind of not how I would have done it, I guess, if I was going to spend the time to do that. But, yeah. We have found Jesus. In case y'all needed that. Maybe we did. I don't know. The wheats have slowed down, and there's no silver. But we got a little bit of Jesus. Well, she's got number 13 over here at the end. We are trying to get to this finish line here.
45 Philly.
All right, there's been a fair amount of Phillies.
Yep.
Well, we didn't need it for the book, but we'll sure take it for the collection. Well, that's a wrap, and not a bad hunt. 13 wheats. Started just crazily with that slicky of the slickies. 109-year-old penny to start with. So, yeah, I thought we were going to get last time we saw a penny looking like that, we had a ton of oldies in the bag. If you haven't seen that video, yeah, it was over 300. So many slaughters in that hunt. That's the last time we slotted a penny, actually. We pulled some nice copper out. That 1960 was maybe one of the cooler ones, just because of the age. But yeah, always nice to pull out some nice copper. Only one of the 09s in this hunt, nicer ones anyway. And it was still, questionable. Handful, as always, of the Canadian cents. Looks like we hit 11, and then plus 1 for a wheat aged Canadian cent. 169S, not the DDO. Ended up with 4 59 Denvers and a 59 Philly. Yeah, not the wheat cent back there, or the mule. And then that we found Jesus penny. I pulled out the other one because I was like, I swear it was cut the exact same way. Look at this. Is that the exact same person that did it? Like they were cut through the exact same angle on the penny on both of them. Kind of interesting. And then to the wheats, let's cover those. We had some 2025 Denvers. We've been just pulling the nice ones aside. Actually, in this hunt, found quite a few that weren't nice that I tossed back. And then the wheats. A 58 Philly and a 54 Philly. Slaughter in the book. I'll show you guys that here in a second. Yeah, we just don't find. This is in all of the boxes. I forget how many boxes now we're on in this particular series. But that's all of the 50s Phillies. So 50 through 58 Phillies that we have in 53 boxes now. We have like 4 tubes of 50s Denvers. We just don't find 50s Phillies in our area. And yeah, so we found 2 of them in this hunt, including one that's going to go in the book. Denver's 57 Denver, and I think 3 or 4 or 50s, 3 56 Denvers. 3 45s, all were a filly, including that really nasty one early on. 44 Denver, a 40 Denver, a 36 filly, and that 17, I believe, a filly. I looked at that. It's actually harder to look through the scope at it. You can definitely make out the 1-7 there. And there's definitely damage where a mint mark should be, so I had a couple of times made up some stuff there that looked like a Denver, but I don't know. We'll just call it a 17 filly. We didn't need it for the book, but nice to see an oldie in there. And then there was, there's quite a bit of copper again. That's a good amount. We'll keep that aside. If you're not familiar, a copper penny in melt value is worth almost 4 cents. So, and there's a little update. We've got 53 now boxes we've done, and that will be up to a 119. So we're gonna have 21 slots left in the book. Let's see if I can't pull this thing out and plug that thing in there one-handed. We're gonna have to get to this final page here. And you're gonna flip this thing. And there was the only 2 left on that page, and a 52 filly and a 54 filly. Dang. Let's make sure we're grabbing the right one. Let's get it in there. Man, been so long I wasn't sure we were gonna slot another one of these things. Good to see. One left on this page. Welcome to the book, 54 filly. Nice. Didn't see that happening tonight, but cool to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed this penny hunt. They're hard to find. Not seeing as many penny hunts out there, but we're still been able to get them. And the bags, like I said, they're dropping. We're behind here. I think they said that they had another one at the bank, and I still have 2 more sitting over here. So, and to be honest, pennies aren't always that fun to go through. They're very dirty. I had to go wash my hands just even before the wrap up. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. We appreciate you and look forward to seeing you on the next hunt.